Welcome to the Con Kids Aftershow for Marvel's What If, where we review and break down each part of Marvel's new animated series that flips the script on the MCU, reimagining famous events from the films in unexpected ways. My name's Austin, and with me tonight we got...
Hi, I'm Redick. I've been on this show before, but hi.
Hi, my name is Daniel.
And I'm Daniel. What's up?
Hi, Daniel.
What's up, Daniel?
What's up?
Hi, Daniel.
This week we discuss Episode 7, What If Thor Were an Only Child? If Thor had never learned what it means to grow up and have a party, what would happen? In this episode, he throws endless parties and eventually throws the Earth into chaos. What do you guys think?
I thought it was a good episode, So I think this one was actually my favorite, honestly. I liked it a whole lot.
What do you think?
So many of the previous episodes have been so dark and bleak. And then I was like, yes, let's party to the 9 realms, guys. And it was so much fun. I wouldn't stop laughing throughout the whole thing. It was a great time. And, so Captain Marvel really, it's a great episode.
I think it was funny. Like, it was like watching like a Disney sitcom. Like, I was just expecting like the people to clap when Thor made his little one-liners. Like, it was hilarious. It was
like the laugh track they had in like the 2000 shows.
Yeah, the laugh track. Oh my gosh,
that would have been pretty funny.
I don't know. I feel like this one's not my favorite, but it definitely had some fun parts to it. But I'd probably rank it towards either my least favorite or second least favorite. I'm sorry,
Rick. Why did you rank it so low? Like, what makes you not put it above the other ones?
I don't know. I feel like there was no plot. It was basic. It was like, hey, he's throwing a party. Let's stop the party.
Yeah, but it was funny. I thought it was
it wasn't that interesting. I'm not
gonna lie. I didn't like it that much because it was just like,
wow.
It felt like a filler episode. It was just like,
it
was just like we came from all that, and then just like Thor comes in, starts having parties and stuff, and then I'm just like, but it was funny though. I will say that. Like, it was like a nice little. I think it was like a nice break from all the intense stuff. So
yeah. Look at that. I love that. I love the episode. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah,
I feel like he acted a lot like I feel like Tony Stark would act. I feel like they're very similar. Like,
yeah,
and this Thor is very similar to Tony Stark in like the way they act.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
so wait, what?
Oh wait. Oh, I said I liked the episode because it was kind of like a throwback to the Thor movie, except so much in this timeline has changed. The war between the Frost Giants and Asgard basically ended, and I feel like because the war never happened, Thor never grew into the true warrior that he was, and also I think one of the reasons why he's so quote unquote irresponsible or childish is because of Loki, because he never had to take on that quote unquote big brother role, or because in the first movie he was always on edge, like the Frost Giants are coming, the war is gonna come to the 9 realms, we don't stop it. He's now just a prince enjoying his life. I mean, literally him and Loki despite everything going, they're like, oh, what's up, brother from another mother, how you doing? They're like, oh, it's great. Like, remember when our ancestors were at war? Like, oh yeah, good times. But yeah, this was just so funny because just to see Thor and Loki so bonding together I was like, oh, this is great.
It was like your happily ever after Marvel if there was no bad guys doing crazy stuff.
Because Nebula was there, and apparently she still lost her eye. So I was like, okay, so where's Thanos? What happened?
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that one.
So, what did you guys think of all the cameos in the episode?
Dude, it was so interesting. Like I'm telling you, it really felt like watching like a Sky High movie. Like
Oh,
talking about like, oh,
Throwback.
my dad.
Throwback.
My dad's a little crazy.
my
you
mom's
know?
on the way, and everyone starts freaking out.
Yeah, everyone's using their powers to like do dumb stuff instead of kill each other. It was really, it was just so high school drama.
I thought all the cameos were cool because just like that was the sickest party ever. Like every single person came to this party,
Yeah.
and they were just like messing up everything. Y'all ever seen like in Die of Wimpy Kid the party that Roderick throws in the second one? That's what this reminded me of because it just looked so sick.
To me, if I could describe it, like it's like people you never thought you would run into at the airport. Like, I'm like the Grandmaster, Howard the Duck, so many people there. I'm like, how did everyone get the party invite? Like, what's this universe like? Does everyone just know each other? Like, oh yeah, we're going to this planet for a party. Bring all of your people over here. Then everyone's like, all right, let's go.
Hey yo, I heard Thor's throwing a rager. Everyone just like gets on the ship and starts going.
Yeah, no, there was a crap ton of people. Like you have the Sovereign, which are like the gold people from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 there.
Yeah.
You had the Grandmaster from Thor 3, being a DJ, all that cool stuff. You had Surtur from Thor 3. I'm butchering his name, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for Ronan and Starlo to just have a dance battle. That's the only thing this episode was missing. Like, Thor was drinking and partying, and then Peter and Ronan, they're having a dance battle.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been really funny, actually.
When I think about it, it kind of like, you remember that part in Age of Ultron when everyone's trying to lift up Thor's hammer?
Yeah.
It was like that, but just like an extended episode of that, and it was kind of fun.
That would have been cool if he had people trying to pick it up.
Yeah.
Like everyone like gets together and they try to pick it up, and nobody can.
Yeah. So with the question, so is this really how Thor would have acted if he was allowed to be a responsible prince he once was in the beginning of Thor?
Well, I like to think that the only reason he was like so irresponsible in this episode was because like he didn't have like his competition of Loki for like the throne, because they were both going for the throne, and without Loki there, he just had like the direct heir to it. So it's not like he had to do anything to prove that he was like worthy of the throne. He just got it. It's kind of like, and I had an analogy, but I lost it. So that's pretty much my thought. I think it's just kind of weird, I guess.
Yeah, same here. I agree with you. Mainly, I also think it's because of since the Frost Giants and the Asgardians found peace. Because as we see I've said this before, but in the Thor film, Thor was basically groomed to be a warrior. Even Odin said when they were trying to go for peace, you're just thinking like a warrior, because they had been at war with the Frost Giants for we don't know how long, but it was a long time, in war and violence was the only thing he knew. But imagine if he was birthed into an era of peace where he had never had to go through the things that he went through in the main timeline, and now he's literally just a carefree prince who's literally just waiting for Odin to pass. It's just the scene where he went to sleep and he's like,
And they poked him.
yeah.
He's like, God, he's just sleeping.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think I would have said at first, like, maybe not, but then I think of Endgame and how Thor was just a complete mess and was playing Fortnite. Like, so now I'm just thinking maybe without Loki he would have done that. I don't know.
Fortnite.
I mean, seriously.
Oh my god.
You think so? Here's the question: when Captain Marvel and Thor were fighting, you think who do you think would have won if they like actually went all out?
Oh gosh, that's like Oh gosh, like okay, like in the cinematic universe, I don't know. I don't.
We talk about this one right here.
This universe right here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
okay, I'll be honest. Like in this episode, like their fight was really weird. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, I would technically say in this situation, I honestly would assume that Captain Marvel would have did better. Because Thor, I'm pretty like this Thor was pretty like college student, doesn't care about fighting, and then Captain Marvel was kind of like struggling a little bit, like giving weird punches. Like I don't, I don't know if this is supposed to be Captain Marvel in like her prime, fighting this weird version of Thor with her like barely took one boxing class punches. I don't know if she could even beat. I don't. That's really interesting because that's a Thor with literally zero real training. This is not Thor doing anything in life. This is Thor just trying to get the throne. Thor and Captain Marvel is just.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Captain Marvel would have. Yeah, she probably would have beat him because, like as Daniel said, this is a version of Thor who didn't grow up where Asgard and Fastran from a state of war. I'm sure he knows some way of combat, but of course he's not training hard and extensively because literally he's been going around from planet to planet just partying. And even the way that he was literally just joking around. I mean, at the end of the fight, he did look like he was getting a little bit more serious, but I still think Captain Marvel probably would have beaten him just out of a skill and more experience factor. But literally, all he had to do was the hammer on top of her, she wouldn't be able to move. But
Yeah,
he was just clowning and joking around throughout the whole fight. So yeah, I think Captain Marvel would have taken it. If this was like the main MCU Thor with Stormbreaker, I think that would have been a whole different story. But yeah, Captain Marvel takes this one.
Yeah,
for me.
that's what has me worried because like, why is Captain Marvel like stressing like this? You know, like I thought it was completely disrespectful. We had Party Thor with all his buddies and just putting the hammer on her, like, "Hey guys, it's the pinata!" Whoa, like wow.
Wait, by the way, about Captain Marvel, are we going to talk about what happened with Fury? I was like, oh, Maria Hill is the acting director. What happened to Fury? Like, oh no, he's fine. I was laughing so hard.
Oh my goodness, that was great.
What do you think, Austin? Who would win in that fight?
I'm gonna have to decide. Okay, now it's disagreeing with Aaron and Daniel, but I'm gonna have to say Thor because if he was being serious in the fight, I think he'd win all day long because he was beating her while she was like, going hardcore, like she's like giving everything she's got, and he's like, dude, I don't care. I'm like, I just want to party. Like he's carrying conversation while she's like,
Nah,
party pooper.
Nah, bro. Captain Marvel, big body Thor. It's like she was saying, she was talking to them at like they were in like the thing with Shield, and she was like, if I used my full power, I would have like killed everybody. And then she showed up and he was using his lightning and she was just eating it. She just stood there. I think she would have like mopped the floor with him.
But neither was Thor using his full power.
Yeah, but like what's his full power, bro? Nothing. Captain Marvel big bodies.
Thunder.
What she tried and she just sat there, she ate it, bro.
But like at the end of the fight, you see as they're clashing and zipping around, you see him slowly start to get serious as thunder and lightning starts forming. And also, as we kind of saw earlier, how he was like bending the wind to kind of blind her vision, then knocked her out quickly. I feel like if he got a little bit more creative with his powers to control the weather, maybe he would have had a better chance. But yeah, clearly that was, in my opinion, Captain Marvel won that fight, would have won the fight.
I don't know. I think that would have been cool to watch them like actually go and that'd be cool.
The world
So do
probably
you
would
guys
have been
the newlyweds?
What?
You guys ship the newlyweds, Darcy and Howard the Duck?
Oh yeah,
Oh my god.
Mrs. Duck.
Oh,
Mrs. Duck.
That was like, oh my god, Howard the Duck. Like, he's just showing up in these episodes doing stuff. It's like, oh my goodness, like he's hilarious. But yeah, he was. I mean, maybe. Maybe I'd ship it. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Howard the Duck seems like a lone wolf guy.
As long as bro's happy, you know what I'm saying?
remember when you would say the name Howard the Duck before the movies came out? Like, who? You mean Daffy Duck? No, Howard the Duck. Who's Howard the Duck? But now it's like he's become like this icon of Marvel. Like, yeah, I think we first saw him in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Then I believe he was set free, and now he's just jumping around making cameos.
He's actually a watcher himself secretly. He just goes to different realities. That's his whole thing. That's why the collector wanted him so bad.
That is a big theory.
Reality jumping duck.
Yeah.
I'm just like waiting for WhatIf to put in like some Mickey Mouse cameo. I'm telling you.
You see Mickey Mouse just chilling in the back. It's like a reality where Thor and Mickey Mouse just start fighting.
We will no longer be under your heel, Mouse.
Wait, you know what's another though that was kind of interesting? Like, right? Okay, remember the scene after the party, like, and then you just have Rocket the raccoon in the sink. Then you just have Thor like, oh, this is a cute rabbit.
Yeah, he's like, bro, look, there's a rabbit in the sink. Y'all ever seen like The Hangover, that movie?
Oh no!
Yeah.
That reminded me of that. They've got like a baby in their they wake up one morning after partying and they have a baby in their hotel. They're like, where'd you get the baby? He's like, I don't know. And then they have the baby now.
That movie's fantastic.
I love that movie.
If there's younger viewers, you might have to wait a couple of years.
Yeah. That movie was so good.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all wanna talk about the ending of this episode?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. The ending got me because in that split second, I had so many thoughts going through my head. When I saw the portal, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Doctor Strange. And then I was like, oh no, it's Ultron. I'm like, no, wait, it's Vision.
I was totally blown off guard by Vision. Like I saw it and I was like, oh snap, this is definitely Ultron. And then he opened the mask and I'm like, wait, what? Vision?
So you think what happened? So in Age of Ultron, they were talking about how if they messed up making Vision, it would go like horribly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So you think in this one they tried to make him and then it did go horribly wrong? Or do you think that Ultron just took over Vision somehow?
I think oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, I'm gonna say it real quick. I think either way, it's what Ultron would have wanted because he literally says in Age of Ultron that Vision was supposed to be his successor. Like either he would possess Vision's body or Vision would just later on become him and carry his legacy on. But yeah, that totally caught me off guard in the episode.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it could have been. It might have been like Ultron finally getting the body he always wanted. That's what I was kind of thinking, but also I was thinking about like the haywire problem. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of hard to make a decision, but yeah, I was thrown off by Vision a lot myself.
What do you think, Austin?
In my own opinion, I think it's so you know that scene in Age of Ultron where they're running with the cat, like not the I almost said casket, you know, like the little. It kind of is a casket, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's this upload going on of Ultron trying to get in the body.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think in this the upload completed. I think that's the like nexus point.
Oh,
I think this is Ultron though, for sure.
And I was also wondering, since he got all the Infinity Stones, I was wondering, did he defeat Thanos at some point? Because you remember the end credit scene in Age of Ultron where Thanos says, fine, I'll do it myself, kind of implying that he was watching the whole thing go down. Because if you realize, if Ultron succeeded, more of half of life would have been wiped out, which is probably why Thanos was saying, "I'll do it myself," because he was probably like, "Oh wait, dude, I can just sit in my chair if this robot succeeds. I won't have to do anything." So I was wondering if he got the perfect body, because remember, Ultron was supposed to be the ultimate deterrent for alien invasion. So imagine if like Thanos came to Earth with the Infinity Gauntlet, but Ultron had already completed his whole plan with Ultron or slash Vision, and Ultron carrying out his plan to quote unquote protect the planet, him beating Thanos and then taking the gauntlet and implanting the Infinity Stones in himself. That would be cool. Because you remember how Tony Stark was saying, "I see a suit of armor around the world." What it would have looked like in Infinity War if Ultron actually like worked properly.
That's sick to think about. So like, he's coming after Thor because he's like from space, and he's like sees him as a threat to Earth. So he's like not like evil really. He's just like trying to keep Earth safe. Like that's kind of cool to think about. But also, earlier in this episode, you see that Asgard has the Infinity Gauntlet with all 6 stones in it. Yeah. So does that mean that he like just went to Asgard, snagged it right quick, and left, or were those fakes? Because in Ragnarok, I forgot what her name was, but Thor's sister's like I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, she was walking around and she's like, "That's fake. That's fake. That's stupid. That's fake." And she like knocked over a fake gauntlet. So maybe that gauntlet was just a fake. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just scary, the idea of like Ultron having all those Infinity Stones, because everyone else who has Infinity Stones, they're sort of, they have flesh, so they can die from having too many snaps. And then how many times can Ultron snap his fingers? I don't know, because he can't die from, he's a robot.
Yeah, he just moves to another body. And that's what he was. Because, yeah, they had to purge him from the internet in general, so he couldn't escape. Because even if he destroyed all of his bodies, he could just go into the internet, produce some more bodies, and then just come back.
Yeah. You guys notice any, like, details or anything like that about, his appearance?
I thought his suit looked sick with all the Infinity Stones in it. That was so cool looking. I paused it for like 10 seconds, just like stared at it. It was so cool.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
I need some wallpaper.
For real, that was so cool looking. And then like popped open. Oh my god, that was so cool.
I'm not gonna lie, you kind of look like Galactus at first. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Galactus confirmed.
Galactus.
Psych, it's actually not Ultron at all. It's just how Galactus looks in this universe.
Oh no, it's one of Galactus's heralds. The Silver Surfer was somewhere else. I had to send somebody else.
So, I don't know if you guys. I've been wanting to talk about this. I found this like kind of interesting. Maybe they did it intentionally. Maybe they didn't. But you guys saw Loki, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So the doorways, how they were like this bright yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in a way, that kind of like, because we haven't seen really any yellow portals other than like the Doctor Strange one. But the yellow is like describing like going through one reality or like one timeline to another. Mm-hmm. And when they showed this new Ultron, that portal was yellow too. So I was like, is that kind of like of energy, so to speak, that he's harnessing?
That is true. That's like really interesting because it's like, how did he get to another world? I mean, that's like the only other portal could have possibly been Loki's, because I mean, I could see that.
I was thinking, since he has all of the stones, he could have used the space stone to like travel, or he could have used the time stone. Or he could have like used them all in unison, because he really has basically, and especially you think how dangerous it is, because the Infinity Stones themselves are only limited by the imagination of the person who's wielding them. So you know how like in when Thor got Stormbreaker and he threw it at Thanos, and Thanos, instead of using the stones in a more creative way, he could have teleported away. He just did a brunt energy blast. He could have done something far more creative, even used like the reality stone to like turn the hammer into something else, but he went with the basic thing a person would think of when you see an axe hurled at them. But imagine the stones with Ultron and his cold calculating mind, all the things he could come up with makes it seem so much more dangerous, because like Thor, no offense to Thor, that's not Stormbreaker, that's Mjolnir.
That's
I can kind of see it though. Cause like, is it the time stone's green, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So, like that portal, for sure was an unusual portal. Like, I don't even think it was the exact same color as the one in Infinity War that Thanos kept using constantly to teleport everywhere. And
Yeah,
it
that was a
definitely-
space stone. It was like a blackish blue.
Yeah.
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 So I do think that's interesting, but I think that makes Ultron more scarier.
That's actually a Doctor Strange portal he used. He actually learned the Mystic Arts.
Oh, wow.
So he's
That
got
was the
Mystic
cloak
Arts.
of
He's Ultron.
levitation.
Yeah, and he's
Oh
got all
my
6 Infinity
God.
Stones. Imagine, that would be insane.
And
Yeah.
the real reason why Doctor Strange grabs Thor, he stole my cape.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the stone or nothing. He just wants his cape back.
All of the two of those, think about it, because this Doctor Strange is a whole lot more powerful than our current Doctor Strange. If Ultron with the stones threw down with the quote unquote dark Doctor Strange, that would be so cool. Seeing him use all of the creatures and the magic that he has versus him with the gauntlet, like the stones, that would be so cool.
Kill animation budget.
Like, we're gonna pour all of our budget into this one fight. What about the rest of the seasons? No, all of
Yeah,
it.
the rest of it's like made on Microsoft Paint, and they just have like that one really good looking scene.
I told you not to waste the budget.
They leave the credits. It's like that one 10-second fight scene cost us $20 million.
It was 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
My gosh.
What y'all? Here's another question.
Well, it's also kind of cool seeing how like the Infinity Stones.
This Wi-Fi is always like bugging right around now.
Here, you can go on, Redick.
Oh, okay, but like about like the landmarks that were just in the episode. That's all I was gonna say. Like I thought it was funny that like he saw like the weird rocks, and like nobody knows what those are called, and he was just like these weird rock things. I thought that was funny. That's all I had to say. You can keep going.
The landmarks were pretty funny. Yeah, what's his name? I forgot his name, but he just melted the Statue of Liberty's arm off.
Oh, Surtur.
Yes, he was just like, "Oh, sorry, did I do that? My bad."
I felt so uncomfortable in that scene. He just kept flirting with the Statue of Liberty, and then he just broke her hand off.
He spit in game.
That was hilarious. And then what else did they have? They had like oh gosh. I can't remember the monument's name, but they definitely like used that what's it?
Oh, I
was-
know what you're talking about. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was like it was the Leaning Tower of Pisa, like Thor just smashed into it and he was like, "Oh
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like also the Sydney Opera House. That was cool.
yeah. That was
Oh
pretty
my
hilarious.
gosh. For some reason, I thought he was gonna call lightning down on it and then just watch like the tips of it, how they sparkle. It's like how it would look if like lightning was trickling all over the tops. I thought don't call lightning down on it. I don't know why I thought he was gonna do that. But just the funny scene where like he's like, "My mother is coming." Everyone's like, "Freya!" Everybody.
Yeah.
See,
Let's
I'm
get out of
telling you,
here.
Disney. It was like a Disney sitcom. Like, who cares about what your mother's doing? Like, that was so crazy.
And just like the scene where he's like, Loki, you gotta help me. Yeah, my mother's coming. Like, she's not my mother. You're my brother from another mother, but that's not my mother. He's like, come on, guys. Like, brother, you betrayed me.
Oh my gosh!
No matter what happens, it's still Loki. He always betrays Thor.
Yeah, Loki just doesn't have enough time to care.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he finally got to sort of be the big brother. He was just so huge.
Oh, but yeah, the design on Loki looks amazing. I totally thought I immediately thought once we saw him, I don't know why I thought they were gonna fight, but then seeing them like, oh yeah, what's up, brother, and they just bonded. I was like, oh, thank you.
I thought it was funny when
Yeah.
I thought it was funny when they were like doing the star. He's like, make a wish. And he's like, and then he's like, what'd you wish for? And he's like, nah, but I can't tell you. And then Captain Marvel said, and they started fighting.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
This is the best episode. I'm telling you.
Yes, it is.
It's the A.C. Aaron gets it.
There's no people dying or me crying or questioning my reality.
A bunch of people are about to die at the end of that episode.
Yeah.
That's when Captain Marvel's going to show back up, and they're going to have to fight together to fight Ultron. That's what's going to happen in season 2.
She's like, I can't leave for like 2 minutes, and then I hear another threat.
He's like, I just cleaned this place up. Actually, plot twist, Ultron was here for the party. He's like, where's the party at?
Oh my goodness.
And he's like, bro, it's over. And he's like, what?
Oh my god, that was part 2. And then he actually
Part 2 is like 10 minutes long.
He just
So this
snapped
is what
up
you humans call a party. How
That's
dry and dull.
No, he snaps and the party comes back.
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right, well, thank y'all, everybody, for watching this week. We hope y'all enjoyed the episode of us breaking down What If Thor Was an Only Child. Hopefully, we'll see y'all next week for next episode. And everybody, I hope y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.